Just hit a button, Morty. Give me a beat.
Oh man, okay, alright,
Do that, turn me up, bro.
The man to replace Timo Werner at RB Leipzig. In this video I will be looking at a player who has a similar stylistic and statistical profile to Timo Werner, who could replace Timo Werner at RB Leipzig or even be a good option for a few Premier League sides. But before the video starts, make sure you subscribe to the channel and click the bell so you get notified when the next episodes in my upcoming series are released. All of these recent episodes and some of my other videos will also be linked in the description below, including my video looking at the most underrated striker in Europe. So the player I'm going to be analysing in this particular video is Werder Bremen's Milo Rashica. Rashica is 23-24 in June, and his best role in the side is as a wide forward or as an inside forward playing from either side. Rashica's main attributes are his pace, dribbling ability, movement in behind the back line, and shooting from wide positions in the box. His dribbling is useful for progressing the ball from the middle third to the final third, or moving the ball into the box, and this can be seen as he's completed 2.2 dribbles per 90 minutes in the Bundesliga this season, which is around the same as Gnabry, who has recorded 2.3, and Coutinho, who has recorded 2.1 per 90. Rashica's shooting ability from wide positions in the box can be seen when we look at his shot map over the past few seasons, and this suggests that he can play the role of a wide forward or inside forward very well, as in these roles he'd be tasked with making runs in behind the back line and looking to get shots away from these types of positions, so the fact that he scores a high proportion of his goals from these areas suggests that he'd be well suited to playing these roles. His overall finishing ability is very impressive, as seen as he's overperformed his expected goals rate by more than 2 goals in the past 2 seasons, showing he's finishing more chances than he would statistically be expected to, whilst also scoring 9 goals in 2018-19 season and 7 goals so far this season. He isn't just a finisher though, he creates his fair share as well. He has an expected assist rate of 0.12 per 90 minutes and creates 1.8 key passes per 90 minutes, which is the same amount as Bayern Munich's Kingsley Coman. Whilst these aren't Jadon Sancho level numbers, it has to be said that Rashica's stats are very impressive once you consider that he's playing for Werder Bremen, the second worst side in the Bundesliga this season, currently placed at 17th in the table. The season before, in 2018-19, Rashica's numbers were a lot better, which you would expect as Werder Bremen were a much better side, finishing 8th. That season Rashica had an expected assist rate of 0.24 per 90 minutes, which was a higher rate than Timo Werner that season, who recorded 0.2 per 90 minutes, which just goes to show that in a better quality side, Rashica can produce top level output. With Timo Werner looking almost certain to move on from RB Leipzig this summer, Rashica seems like the obvious replacement, as he could come in to play Werner's role as a wide forward in Nagelsmann's 4-4-2 shape seamlessly, with his statistical model and style of play being very similar to Werner's. Looking at both players' stats model from the past 2 seasons, we can see the similarities.
Facts, my bitch love Coco. baby.
Rashica does look to be the better creator of chances of the two, edging Werner for expected assists and key passes. However, Werner does seem to be superior when it comes to getting into goal scoring positions, and his XG is higher, and he overperforms his XG to a higher rate than Rashica does. But Rashica is still registering a similar amount of shots per 90. This shows that Rashica and Werner are incredibly similar, having a similar skill set and similar output statistically, suggesting that Rashica would be a great replacement for Werner in the Leipzig side, being able to play that wide forward role very well and could develop his movement and finishing ability to become as good a striker as Werner is within a few seasons. So in terms of rating Rashica, in case some of you haven't seen my videos before, I like to rate players on a scale of 1 to 10 under each different class bracket to allow people to see how good exactly I think a player is compared to another player. So for example, if I give a player 7.8, I think the player is close to becoming a world class player. If I give him an 8.2, they are just ahead of the point of being world class, and an 8.8 would mean that I think the player is well inside the world class bracket and pushing on to become legendary. I would give Rashica a rating of 6.5 as I do think he's still got a bit of development to do in order to become a Champions League level player, although I do think he can improve rapidly under Nagelsmann playing in that Leipzig system. Long term I think he can reach Werner's level if he's finishing, and overall off the ball movement improves, which is why I would give him a potential ability rating of 8.2, inside that world class bracket. I'd estimate that Rashica could cost anywhere from 25 million to 30 million to sign in the summer, and even as low as 20 million if Bremen were to get relegated, making him not just a great option for Leipzig, but also for a number of clubs in the Premier League and across Europe. Thank you for watching. If you like these sorts of individual player analysis videos, make sure you give this video a like and subscribe to the channel and click the bell so you get notified when my videos are released, and check out some of my other videos linked in the description below.
And now it's Walcott, and the Roadrunner is on his way. Alonso, last man back, releases it. Arshavin, 4! Just astonishing. And it may, just may, be the goal that denies Liverpool the Premier League title.